Okay, to keep it very short, yeah, what the future will hold for me, now that my singing journey as a singer-songwriter is over and out, from 2019 until now I made 7 albums as a singer-songwriter. So that journey is over and out. I never thought to create 7 albums, in that way. But I'm very happy I did that, it was a kind of exciting journey. Also, I want to mention also that in June or so I will release a best of album. Yeah, the last effort that I'm gonna do, to put. I have already selected the songs. 21 songs. It will be on the best of album that will be then released in June. That album is with the best songs of my 7 albums as a singer-songwriter. I pick it each time of each album 3 songs out. Yeah, so totally 21 songs. So you could see these songs as the peak of what I am capable of. I must say the best songs, yes, just the best of the best, so yes, and the photo shoot will all be done next month or so, yes. But that album, I see this as the actual album, because if I want to put a perfect album together, then it will be this one. It will be, yeah. So okay, that being said, so yeah, but it's nice, to I want to go back to my roots for the next project, yes, and to go back to make instrumental music again. Okay, so I'm very exciting in that way, because it gives me more possibilities, more ideas, and I am not limited, in expressing myself, especially on the piano and so on and so on. So I want to go, yeah, I miss that, for the last year or so, because it's almost 3 years ago that I've created an instrumental album. Yeah, before that I always did that. Yes, so but now, it's time to go back to my roots, to go where I'm very good at. Yeah, and that's making instrumental music, orchestral music, of course. For the next project that I'm gonna do, yeah. So I don't gonna tell more about it, when I have ideas, I put it on paper, yes, and then I will see, yes, where it will go. But that's one thing that is for sure, that my next album will be an instrumental album, yes. And because on the rest of albums that I have done as a singer-songwriter, the Phoenix and the Fireflies and the Declaration of the Apocalypse, I tried to, let's say, especially on the Phoenix and the Fireflies, to have within the song more instrumental music pieces, yes, because that gives me more, like in my last stand, we have that, because I had ideas, so much ideas for melodies, but I could not create lyrics for it, so it was not intended also to do that, for in that piece of music, instrumental music, yeah, within the song. So and on the Declaration of the Apocalypse, in Intoxicated, you have there also in that song some music pieces where I don't sing in it, yeah. So because I had ideas for only solo, to go no singing, but only instrumental music, because I had melodies in mind. So it gives, I miss it that, So that's why these songs have that long instrumental music pieces within the song. So, and okay, now that my journey is ended as a singer-songwriter, it's nice to go back to my roots, yes, to create instrumental music again. Of course, again, it will be with a big orchestra, you know, piano will always be there, it's my head instrument, so as you can see, my keyboard is for the moment back. The mic is back in the case, but I can use it again. I will put it maybe back, because I'm gonna use the shims instrument again, the cymbals, the electric guitar maybe, for an orchestral album. Yes, of course I can use the electric guitar. So I will, it's very possible I will do that. And other instruments like this, you know. So there is a lot of actual instruments that I can use and that I want to use on the next album. That's this instrument I have also used it on the Declaration of the Apocalypse in one of the songs. Yes, so I have that. So I have this instrument also as a virtual instrument, but there's a lot of difference between playing on the keyboard and playing the actual instrument. Yeah, and this I have also as a virtual instrument, but very limited how you can use it. Yes. So yes. Anyway. But it will be very interesting. That album will be very interesting because it will not only be orchestral music, it will be also, like I said, I want to use the electric guitar again, the bass guitar, not the actual one. I have no actual one. It will be the virtual one. You know, and I can combine the shims, the actual instrument, with the virtual instruments, and the cymbals also, with the combine it with the, I do that sometimes, you know, to combine the virtual instruments with the actual instruments. But you know, I have a kind of idea where I want to go with it, the instrumental album. Yeah, for the title I have a kind of idea. I put it down on paper, my ideas. So the photo shoots, I think about that also. That will be done in June somewhere. So yeah, but it's nice to go to you know, to create instrumental music. It gives me much more freedom than making an album, you know, where you need to sing, you know. And it's a lot of difference, you know, between to make an instrumental album and to make an album where you make lyrics. You write 12 songs, 13 songs, you know, and that's your album, you know. So with the last album I had a lot of ideas. I was also about how I'm gonna do this all, you know. I created already 6 albums, you know, and the last one was already difficult enough to put together in a way, yeah, in a way I say. But and then the Declaration of the Apocalypse, I turned it into an other entire direction, you know. Inspired by the album Dreamcatchers and Talisman, but it was, I wanted to go, you know, in an entire other direction and to go more loose, you know, crazy, a little bit in singing and this and that, a little bit silly also, but the main thing on the album was the message in the album, you know, it's very serious. So that was the reason to create that album, you know, as a final effort. Yes. But anyway, the journey is over, you know, for me as a singer-songwriter. I am not a singer. First of all, I am not a singer. For me it was something that I wanted to do, and something in the beginning was an experiment to see how it will go, but you see, you know, it was intended maybe 1 or 2 albums, but it ended up with 7 albums in 2 years. time, yeah, and a couple of months. So it's a lot, yeah. 7 albums between that tiny time frame. I don't want to say that every song is super, yeah. On each album, I have very good album songs. You know, okay, with each album it gets better, but in general, but I have very good songs, and that's why you know that last effort to put the best of album together. You know, I selected each time 3 songs from the 7 albums, so in total I have 21 songs. That will be then the actual album. To see in that way, you know, if I want to have a perfect album, yeah, then it's the only way to do it. So and it's a kind of celebration, you know, of these 7 albums, to pick the best one out. You know, the peak of what I can do. So that will be then the album with these 21 songs. Is then the let's say kind of the actual album. Anyway, that being said, so but that's for in June or so, yes, to release, and then in the meantime I can prepare myself also for the next project. Yeah, I will have a lot of joy making that album. Yeah, because I don't need to sing, not to worry about the lyrics and how to do it. Just, you know, playing instrumental music. I have ideas and many melodies, blah blah blah, blah. You know, and for each song there will be some kind of expression, yeah, of how I feel. And the album arts, I have a kind of idea for it, yes, in a kind of way. Yeah, that also represents, of course, the nature of the album, yeah. So yeah, it will be very interesting. This one, it gives me a kind of, for that album, yeah, it will have a kind of inspiration that I will pick up from one of the albums that I did, my first and best album that I made in 2015. You know, and I don't want to mention a lot of it because it's kind of a continuous of that journey, yes, this one here, and it's not per se it's the end of all my music, that is the last album, yeah. I don't gonna say that I can always create music as long as I want, yeah. So, but it has a kind of continuous of the story, right? Of that series, so to speak, in that way, and you have to pick up again, yes, and yeah, it's a kind of, yeah, it will be interesting. It will, I'm not going to say more about it, but it will be interesting, and you could say it's a kind of an impression of is that the last one? No, or will it continue? You know what I mean? So with that feeling, I want to leave the album at the end. Yeah, the new project. So anyway, yeah, but it's too early to speak about it, you know. But that's my next project, to create an instrumental album again, going back to my roots, and no, I miss it that a lot, yes. So anyway, okay, see you then soon.